Welcome back to the fourth episode of the Igbo people of Nigeria, Biafra, the Jews of Africa. In a similar vein, Henry Jakes, a Swiss businessman who lived and worked in Nigeria and later served as the chief Red Cross representative in Biafra, claims to have seen one of the circular letters in northern Nigeria that threatened to execute any Igbo child under the age of 6. Alan Grossman, a Canadian journalist who served as the Western Bureau Chief of Time Life News Service in Lagos from the 1966 to June 1968, provided testimony on what he witnessed before the Canadian House of Commons External Affairs Committee. Many thousands of Igbo were slaughtered in towns and villages throughout the north, and hundreds of thousands of others were blinded, crippled, and maimed, or in the majority cases, simply left destitute as they attempted to flee to the Igbo land, their homeland in eastern Nigeria. He said in his testimony to the committee, some of the escaping refugees never returned home. The body of a man passenger with his head severed somewhere along the line was found on a one train that arrived in the east. Another group of Igbo refugees, including men, women, and children, were waiting in the railway station in Kano, the biggest city in northern Nigeria, for the arrival of a refugee train for about 3 days without any security guard when a Land Rover containing government soldiers arrived and mowed them down with automatic weapons. I would estimate that there were over 100 or more of them, while blocks of non-Igbo business were meticulously kept undisturbed. Igbo shops and hotels were robbed and pillaged. See External Affairs Reference 7 on pages 239 to 240 of the Canadian House of Commons proceeding minutes. In the end, Don Jacob's description of the Igbo situation and the brutality of nations might be summed up as follows. To the other Nigerians, the Igbo were not only leaving Nigeria, they were going with the oil beneath the territories with which they are seceded. The paradox that the Nigerians had driven the Biafrans out while appearing to struggle to keep them in the Union was now explained. They really deserved the land that the Igbos occupy, as well as the resources beneath it, without the Igbos. Former President Nnamdi Azikiwe, former military leader Goyoronsi Otochi Noachebe, former Biafran leader Dumego Jupu, former World Court Justice Dadi Onyema, former Commonwealth Secretary General Emeka Nyoko, former middleweight and lightweight world champion Dick Tiger, and the Cardinal Francis Arinze, Pope to be as some well-known Igbo people, evangelist T.D. Jakes, scholar, actor, and athlete Paul Robson, as well as actor Forrest Whitaker and Blair Underwood, are among African Americans with Igbo descent. Recall that this documentary we brought to you is, according to some write-ups, some individuals who bore witness to the massacre of Igbo people. This is how they came out. These are not real, they are not Igbos, they are not Biafrans. But as we continue progressing, Discover Biafra had made it a point of duty to bring you the history of Igbos and Biafra as written by the indigenous people of Biafra. We will continue bringing you information, culture, history, and we will bring to your knowledge the exact things that are happening and that's happened in Igbo language, in Igbo territory, in Biafra. We ask again, and the question that you might ask is, if they say that Nigeria was formed in 1960, is it in 1966 that Biafra was formed? Not at all. Biafra has been existing for thousands of years. To cap it up, recall that the motive of those who instigated that Biafran genocide is to take up the resources and to inhabit the Igbo land. They want to take up the resources beneath the Igbo land. And this will go a long way to tell you that those who perpetrated that are still those who are ruling Nigeria today. The British, they are using the Fulanese, but Biafra is still coming. This is the history of Igbo people in Nigeria, Biafra, the Jews of Africa, according to the way that the foreigners reported. This is the peripheral part of it. Discover Biafra will bring you the first-hand history and information of things that transpired. And until then, we urge you to stay tuned as we continue bringing you gorgeous history of Biafra.